Hey there everyone, it's Scurvy back again with another one of these rambling videos, and today the topic is going to be a little bit more interesting, so to speak. Today, we're going to be talking about leaks and leakers. Have you guys noticed how much is just like being leaked today, whether it's like songs, stuff from like video games, announcements for video games, announcements for Nintendo Directs or other company presentations, primarily in the realm of video games, leaks about anime, leaks about manga, leaks about pretty much everything under the sun. On one hand, it's nice to know that it exists, it's being made, but on the other hand, it's like it does take away from the surprise of the announcement. Sticking in the realm of video games for a bit, I want to talk to you about like how much was leaked from the most recent Nintendo Direct. I know it's a partner showcase, but that part was also leaked. Ain't that funny? I think the most notable thing that got leaked in that was that new Super Monkey Ball game, which I'm looking forward to that. However, there is a downside with knowing something like that, whether it's true or not. You expect it to be there. And if you don't see it there, you are most likely going to be mad. This seems to happen with like every fucking Nintendo Direct because there's some leaker that says, oh, the Metroid Prime 4 is going to be revealed in this Nintendo Direct, or oh, the Switch 2 is going to be revealed in this one, or oh, the next mainline F-Zero game is going to be revealed in this one. It doesn't get revealed and people get disappointed. I do think game companies are noticing that gamers do get excited over leaks, and so they've decided to partake in that themselves. Despite what people on a subreddit might say of the property that is being leaked or whatnot, a social media intern is not getting fired. They know what they're doing in trying to stir up conversation about a given game or a given update or something. If I'm being honest, it's an actual viable strategy to market something. Like, it works, it gets people talking about the property, it starts trending on Twitter and all over YouTube and other social media websites. So there is some legitimacy behind that strategy. But anyways, I'm kind of repeating myself here. Let's get back to actual leakers. How the fuck do some of these people still have their jobs? You'd think that the company that they're leaking information about would catch on to what's going on. If there was one notable leaker that I really do have some questions for, I think it would be the leaker named Pioro. Like, my guy, how the fuck do you still have a job at Nintendo, a company that is very secretive on what it wants to reveal? And not to mention, you get a lot of shit right. So, if there's any leaker you should follow, it's probably Pioro. He rarely gets shit wrong. Here's something that I just thought of. Remember when leaks used to be a lot more rare? Like, they didn't happen every fucking week? I sure do. And when a leak did come around on something like 4chan, oh my goodness, you bet I would open up 4chan, look at the leak, and be, wow, this is what's coming out soon. I can't believe it. Who would get such inside information? Then once that excitement faded, you'd actually start to be a bit more skeptical about the leak, and you start to think like, oh, maybe this isn't actually going to happen. Maybe this is only half true. Honestly, I kind of see more of that with like leaks from the anime industry, if anything. Not necessarily the video game industry. But speaking of anime, did you know that the entire premise of Dragon Ball Daima got leaked? And by the time the official trailer came out, the leaker was basically 100% correct on basically everything. Goku and friends becoming kids again, and Goku venturing off with the Supreme Kai. Great job keeping that a secret from us, Toei. So far, I've talked about the kinds of leaks where the final product is relatively unchanged. But now let's head to a completely different sector of media, music. Turns out, artists are really not big fans of their stuff getting leaked, and guess what happens? The album gets impacted. You know, Scurvy is quite into hip-hop and rap music, so I'll use an example from there. So, originally, Playboi Carti's album Whole Lotta Red was gonna be something entirely different. But, guess what happened? Yep, that's right. Basically, the whole fucking album got leaked. Now, don't get me wrong, those songs are absolutely fire. If I had to name one, it would be Goku. That's easily my favorite Cardi leak of all time. However, do you think that would not have an impact on the production of the album? That's a big reason why it didn't come out in 2019. What happened after all those songs got leaked is that Cardi had to make an entirely different album, which not a whole lot of people were a fan of at first. But once time started to come around, people started to appreciate the sound a little bit more. But goddamn, if those songs were officially released and were not leaked, Whole Lotta Red would have easily been one of the best hip-hop albums of all fucking time. So that's one example on how leaks can affect music. At least Whole Lotta Red got released. Can't say the same thing about the Playboi Carti and Lil Uzi Vert collaboration album. For those who aren't so into hip-hop like I am, the album 1629 was going to be a collaboration album between Playboi Carti and Lil Uzi Vert. Those two are still very prolific rappers in today's day and age. I think you could only imagine what would happen when two of the most prolific rappers in 2017 announced that they were going to collab with each other. It was also in 2017 when we really started to see an increase in the amount of leaks that are just kind of like everywhere. So naturally this would apply into something like so like legendary in the world of hip hop like this. And songs did get leaked. Quite a lot of songs. A whole album's worth of songs. This whole instance is a big reason as to why Lil Uzi Vert really does not like leakers. As a matter of fact, I think I saw like a video of him just absolutely humiliating some guy who hacked like some kind of song database and just released a bunch of his songs without Uzi's permission. If you ask me, I do think that some of these songs should actually be released. But I also understand the artist not wanting to have everything that they make be released under the record label, because I think we all know who runs the record labels. Oy vey. But going back to video games, I want to pose this question to you guys. Do you think that game companies should actually start going after leakers, like how Uzi went after the guy who basically leaked a bunch of his music? I think that there's way too many leaks that are going on in like a lot of industries, and I think it's starting to lose that wow factor a little bit because of how frequent that they occur. I started frequenting the website My Nintendo News a few days back, and wouldn't you know, every time I go on, like at least once a day, there's something that's being leaked, or some prominent leaker is saying, oh, this is gonna happen for this studio or for this company. When I see those articles, I'm no longer like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that this thing might be coming out or this IP might be coming back. I'm over here just like, meh, cool. I remember seeing an article about how Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance got leaked because of the Korean rating board giving it a rating. My reaction to it was just like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. I hope they fix the story. Now, when I saw the trailer, I was pretty fucking hyped. I still am pretty fucking hyped, because they're going to be fixing the story, and what was presented looks really good. At least that leak was true, because, well, it was leaked by a video game rating board. But let me tell you of a time where I was really disappointed that a leak was not true. It was 2021, and I heard of rumors and leaks that there would be a new 3D Donkey Kong game created by the same people who made Mario Odyssey. There were new renders of some of the Donkey Kong characters, and so that made me think, oh shit, this is actually gonna happen. However, the 2021 E3 Direct, no sign of 3D Donkey Kong, so I was disappointed already. But I wasn't about to give up hope yet. I was thinking, there's 2022, perhaps it will be ready, next summer. Next summer came about, summer of 2022. Nothing about 3D Donkey Kong. You may be asking yourself, Scurvy, have you given up hope on this game? And my answer, nah, I have not given up hope. I think it's going to be made eventually, just like how Kirby and the Forgotten Land was made. I was actually hoping for a 3D Kirby for a long time, at least since I got into the series. And then when Forgotten Land was announced, it wasn't leaked, it was actually announced. I was so fucking happy. So yeah, if a 3D Kirby game can be made, I think a 3D Donkey Kong game can be made. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you on the next one, or the next episode of the ScurvyRum Show.